Hey guys, House here, and welcome back to my Let's Play channel. Today we're going to be playing FTL, and basically FTL stands for Faster Than Light, and it is a roguelike space exploration game where we captain a ship and jump from system to system trying to deliver a data core while evading this gigantic rebel fleet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start a new game. This is the Shipyard. This is the Kestrel. It is the default ship that we start with. Over here is the ship list. As you can see, I've already unlocked another ship called the NG Cruiser. There's several other ships that we can unlock throughout the game. Some of them are secret. Let's see here. Travel to an unknown sector of the galaxy to find this powerful vessel. So you can do these little achievements throughout the game to unlock more ships, which is really fun, really cool. Down here we have our crew, and I think we're going to go ahead and rename our crew real quick. Right House. I'll captain the ship, and I'm going to need a couple of good mates with me. Let's see here. Major Max, he's one of my subscribers. And Puppy Dog. Puppy Dog, he wanted to be one of the crew members in this Let's Play. And we're going to be renaming our ship Space Fodder. There we go. Space Fodder because before the end of this Let's Play, our ship is going to be a floating hunk of junk out in space somewhere. It's going to be Space Fodder. Okay, so we're going to play it on normal mode and hit start and jump right in. I'll let you guys go ahead and read these menus here. If you want, just go ahead and pause the game. Okay? So basically, though, we are delivering a data core and running away from the rebel fleet, and that is our mission, and we're going to try our darndest to stay alive and complete that mission. I haven't done it yet. Maybe we'll do it during a Let's Play. Okay, so let me explain to you guys the HUD here. Up here we have hull. That's basically our hull integrity. It's our hit points for our ship. Here we have shields. We have 1 pip worth of shield up right now. Basically, shields regenerate, so it's going to prevent 1 point of damage from an enemy attack. And it constantly regenerates, constantly comes back up. But if the shields are down, we're going to be taking hull damage, and systems are going to be failing. Over here we have fuel. Every time we jump, we use 1 point of fuel. Over here we have missiles. Every time we shoot a missile, we use up 1 missile. And over here we have drones. Every time we use a drone type module during combat, we will be using 1 drone for that module for the whole of combat. Over here we have evasion. So basically right now we have a 10% chance to evade. However, if I take Puppy Dog over here and I put him on the engine, like so, you can see our evasion just went up by 5%. So it's valuable to have a crew member on the engine to improve the evasion of the ship. However, we're going to have Puppy Dog be our weapons officer, and Major Max, he's going to be our shields officer. And then I will be piloting the ship and hopefully steering it in the right direction. And then over here we have oxygen. Basically we have 100% oxygen on board. If for whatever reason we get a rupture in any of these rooms, oxygen will slowly begin leaking out. Or if I open up a door, as you can see, I just vented out all the oxygen in this room. And this room is slowly turning pink. So, see, there you go. There's basically no oxygen. So, if Major Max went over there, he'd start suffocating and dying. Now, that will have its uses further into the Let's Play. You'll find out why. And you can see here our oxygen level was declining. But since our O2 system is up, life support will begin steadily replenishing the oxygen supply in our ship. Okay, and then down here, talking about systems. We have our shield system, our engines, our oxygen, basically life support, med bay, weapon systems, we have an Artemis and burst laser. Artemis is a missile launcher. Basically missiles pierce shields, and burst laser basically fires 3 lasers, and each of them does 1 point of damage each against enemy ship. So it fires a burst of 3. And then over here we have our subsystems. Subsystems don't require any power. That's why they're off to the right, to distinguish them from these, which do require power. Over here is our power meter. This is basically how much spare power we have, so we can put another power into the engines. You can see that decreased and that went up. Or we can power our weapon, like burst laser, see? And maybe decrease one from our engine to arm the missiles, etc. And you can see that basically this bar here shows the progress towards arming those weapons. And by having a weapons officer, like Puppy Dog in there, it'll increase the rate at which those weapons are ready. So let's go ahead and turn these off for now. We'll put another point into engines for now. And let's go ahead and depart. Now this is the beacon map. Basically we can go ahead and plot our course. We're going to be heading towards the distress signal because we might be able to help somebody on our way out of the sector. So let's go ahead and do that. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between 2 large rocks. Must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. We can A, try to dislodge the ship by shooting at the rocks, or 2, destroy and loot the ship. They're just pirates. I'm going to try to dislodge it. At worst, we'll be attacked by a pirate ship. At best, they might give us something. Let's try it. Crap. So we take a few careful shots, but we expose a mineral patch in the rock that reacts violently with our weapon, and a shockwave hits our ship and leaves a little bit of debris, 8 scrap, so we'll just go ahead and continue. Up here, I forgot to mention this up here. Basically, the currency in the game is scrap. So, as you accumulate scrap, you can go over here to the ship tab and upgrade your systems. Just pay the associated cost. Over here, conveniently, we have our 3 crew. We can upgrade all the way up to 8 later if we're able to find the crew. And then we have our equipment. And we can get extra systems that we can install later on. Alright, so let's continue. There's a store. I really don't have, well, I guess I don't want to go to the store right now. Basically, you can buy stuff at stores, but we barely have any scrap right now, so we'll just keep exploring. Let's see here. A rebel fighter. You stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet. They're powering up their FTL. If they get away, they will no doubt warn the fleet of your position. So this is our first encounter. I'm going to pause the game. It's easy to pause the game. Just hit the spacebar. And you're going to be doing that a lot. Okay. So, now this ship is going to be running away from us. So what we want to do is stop it from running away from us. We don't like cowards. Cowards can't run away from us. So we're going to target their engine. By disabling their engine, they won't be able to power up their FTL drive. And hopefully we can stop them from getting away. But if they're able to power their FTL, as you can see up here, my FTL is powering up right now, we can stop them. So we got through their shields, our missile missed, but our burst laser took out their engine. So right now their engine is down, which is excellent. So I'm going to be focusing on their weapons with the Artemis missile, and we're going to continue firing with our burst laser onto their engines, hopefully stopping them from getting away. You see we just took a hit there, but luckily no systems were damaged. We got another couple hits in, and the rocket took out one of their weapons. I don't want to use any more missiles on this fight though. So we're just gonna be firing at their engines. Oh shit. You see that? Alright, so I'm gonna get off navigation and come and help Major Max repair our shields, because we definitely need to have our shields up. Alright, so we were able to blow up the Rebel class fighter, and we got 3 fuel, a missile, and 15 scrap. That's awesome. Fuel and missiles. Not bad. And we didn't take that much damage from them at all. Huh. That's good. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump. And we're going to jump to this unvisited location down this way. See what we can find. And we found a Federation scout. Mercenary hails us. Greetings, friend. We've heard tell of your quest and are here to offer our valuable services. We can hire him to scout. We could fight them. Or we can tell him we have no need of his services. Basically, I don't think we have need of his services. We're just going to go ahead and continue. Now I'm going to head up this way, kind of away. Oh, you can see this is the leading edge of the rebel fleet that's chasing us. So before this edge gets up to us, we need to exit out of the system. So I'm going to get as much exploration done as we can out of the system. Hopefully find some more goodies, like this auto scout. See, you detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. So if we intervene, we might be able to help out the locals here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, this is an unshielded ship. I'm going to focus fire on its weapons. That way it can't fight back, right? At least that's the idea. Because it has a lot of weapons. Holy shit, look at all that. So you know what, I'm going to armor missiles for this. Holy crap. That was pretty bad. That was really bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get these two guys off and repair our oxygen. Basically, there's a rupture in our oxygen tank right now. Blow it up, come on. Let's blow it up. There we go. There is a rupture in our oxygen tank. Okay. Major Max he's dying, so I gotta get him to medical. I'm gonna go help out there. Puppy Dog's dying too. So we need to fix our oxygen, because without it, we're gonna suffocate all over the ship. You can see our oxygen levels are declining rapidly. So here's the progress bar down here, and I just might be able to repair it before I die. I'm not gonna risk it, just not gonna risk it. Nope. We'll get Major Max in there to finish the repairs. Oh shit. You can't finish the repairs. You have to do it all at once. That's right. There we go. Alright, so we were able to get oxygen back up, thank God, because we were running very low, very, very low on oxygen on board the ship. So we'll get those back up to full. See how he's doing. Yeah, he's doing well. And we'll get Major Max back on the shields and Puppy Dog back on weapon systems. And we'll go ahead and continue. That was fun. Alright, so we're going to visit over here. Oxygen will just steadily start to rise aboard the ship. Hopefully that doesn't get hit again. As you jump in the system, a pirate advances on your position. They are refusing all hails. Prepare for a fight. Okay. Now these guys have a teleportation system, so they could beam dudes up onto our ship. Hopefully they don't. I really hope that they don't. That would be no bueno. I'm going to focus on their weapons. Yep, they did though. Oh man, and it is a Raka dude. So, okay, they're going to try to take out our engines, but our guys are going to fight them. Hopefully Major Max and Puppy Dog can fight this guy off together. Hopefully. Yes. Combat. Now, rock people have extra health. They're very difficult to kill. But with two of us, we might... Oh, he got out of there. He got out of dodge. It's probably a smart thing for him to do, too. Alright, so... we're going to continue firing on their ship. Hopefully taking out a bunch of their systems. I think he's coming back. Okay, now they want to surrender. They offer us some of their cargo if we let them live. More fuel, some drone parts, and 8 scrap. I'm going to say we will not surrender. They attacked us. Now, they get what they deserve if they can't fight us off. You know? My opinion. I think we need to finish them off. So we're going to continue the attack. Bam, just one more burst, just like that. That wasn't that bad. So we got 1 fuel, 1 drone part, 14 scrap. Now, fuel, let's see, fuel costs about 3 scrap apiece. So, overall, we probably should have taken the other one, but scrap is always worth it early on. So, hey, another distress beacon. Let's go check it out. We follow the distress beacon to a small asteroid belt. We find a small ship struggling to maneuver through the field. They message you, "Help! Our shields are down. I don't know how much longer we can last." So we can try to shield their ship with ours and escort them out of the field, or we can choose not to risk our ship and leave them to their fate. Of course we're going to try to help them. We try our best, but one stray rock hits a key structure in the ship. It breaks apart in front of your eyes. You salvage what you can before leaving and try not to think about the lost crew. Well, try not to think about them. But that was kind of sad. Alright, so we weren't able to help them. We were not able to help those guys, but we did get some scrap. And nothing here. Okay, I guess it's time to leave this sector. We got 77 scrap out of that sector. That wasn't that bad. Alright, and we arrive. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials. Let's go ahead and explore. And in the asteroid belt, we found a hostile pirate ship, of course. So, let's go ahead and target their weapons. If we can target their weapons... You know what? Let's target their shields and their weapons. We'll power down life support and put the engines up so we get a little more evasion. Get the shields up! Oh. They seem to be powering up their FTL, so we need to focus fire on their engine and hopefully take out their engine. Oh yeah, they're getting all jacked up. Their shields are down, their navigation's down, their weapons are down, and if we get this burst shot off, hopefully... Yes! Now they're gone. And then one asteroid came in and finished them off as well. So we got a fuel, some drone parts, and 16 scrap. Overall, that wasn't that bad. Alright, so let's get out of here before... Well, I gotta wait for FTL to come up. If we get somebody over here on our engine, FTL will be charged a little bit faster. So we get Puppy Dog out on that. And let's jump out of here as soon as we can. Alright. Okay, jump to the next sector. Now we have a choice. The NG-controlled sector or a pirate-controlled sector. Now you got civilian, hostile, and nebula sectors. Civilian sectors are relatively peaceful. They're still dangerous. Everything's dangerous in this game. Hostile sectors, yes, they're hostile. And then nebula are a special type of sector. Basically, all the locations, or most of the locations, are nebulae type locations, and they can have varying effects on your systems in the game, basically, and your visualization in the game. Okay, so because we're playing Let's Play here, I'm going to be going to the hostile sector. Now there's a little more risk, but there's more reward as well, so we're going to give it a shot. Okay, this area has been under the control of pirates for quite some time. Some traders still attempt to trade with the few settlements that remain, but they do so at a great risk. As do we. Oh, there's a store at our current location. Oh, no. It's over here. Let's go over here. We got a bunch of cash, so maybe we can buy something useful here. Let's see here. They got drone control, crew teleporter, a scrap recovery arm. Huh. That could be very useful. Scrap recovery arm. 10% more scrap from any source. You know what? I really like that. Okay, we'll buy one of those. And adds additional info about nearby beacons on the star map. Now that could be really useful. We'll do that. And then we'll fix up our ship as best we can and head on out. to this. Whoa, what is this? Possible ship detected. Nebula here will make your fleet pursue slower, but will disrupt your sensors. We're going to avoid that for now and go to this distress beacon. Alright, now I never bought either of these ship upgrades that we just bought, so it'll be interesting to see how well they do for us. You find the source of a distress call. A small research station. Appears a small laboratory fire got out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. Their fire suppression system is not responding. We can send our crew and a shuttle to help put out the fire. We can dock and try to rescue the survivors, or we can leave. I'm going to dock and try to rescue the survivors. We pull up alongside the station and cut through the hole. You're able to rescue a few survivors, but many more are lost. One of the survivors offers to join our crew, and we offload the rest onto a nearby station, and we get 12 scrap. Look at that. We got another crew member. This is awesome. Now, Puppy Dog. Oops, I opened that door there. Close that. Go back to weapons, and our new guy here, Jones. Yeah. Jones, he can go and man the engine console. He'll be our new Scotty. And I took some damage somewhere. I don't remember where. I'm going to heal up real quick, and then we'll head out on our next foray. Try to get a power that system to heal me. Okay. Unpower. Could always use that extra power somewhere else. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out what else we have here. There's a ship there, but there's another distress beacon here. I really like these distress beacons, so we're going to go and check that out. Locate the source of the distress call nearby. Human mining colony. An unknown disease is spread. Now, I know this one, and you do not want to go... Okay. You don't want to go onto the surface for this one, unless you have an NG, because they're not human. So, if we had an NG, that would have been very useful, but we don't. So I want to avoid that place, but if I go here... I'm going to go up here. I like this long-range scanner. It's kind of giving us the heads up of what's already there. Okay, so there's a pirate ship. We really had no other choice. So here we are. We're going to be fighting this guy. It's a Mantis ship, so they're probably going to beam their crew on board our ship. So we're probably going to have a melee fight shortly. So we'll target their weapons. They only have one shield. Oh, yep, they did. They came and attacked. Alright, so our guys here, I'm going to leave our weapons officer. We're going to group up here. And I'm going to drain this part of the ship of oxygen. And while we're at it, we're going to try to jack these guys up. You know what? I don't like this idea anymore. Mainly because I want to get our guys healed, and the only area that we can heal is oxygen deprived. That's horrible. Alright, so we're going to keep trying to fight these guys. We're going to team up on them here. Oh yeah, we're getting some hits. Alright, so they finally decided to pull back, which is good for us. Let's see if we can start repairing these systems here. And we'll just throw a little coup de grace at them. And fire a missile at them, hopefully. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to need to burn a missile out on this guy. No. Get him all healed up. Get these guys all healed up here. Yep, there we go. So we're able to finish them off. That was pretty fun. Alright, so missiles 2, drum parts 1, scrap 25. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Major Max back on the shields. Jones, get back into the engine room. And Righthouse back onto the navigation. Alright, I guess we should go ahead and close that. There's a button over here that's really good. You can close all doors, that'll make it simple. Alright, So, we've upgraded our ship a little bit. Let's go ahead and increase our power by a couple points. We're going to start focusing on raising our shield level if possible. Alright. Over here there's another possible ship. More combat, more spoils. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's go over there, let's check this out. A Federation bomber. So it's basically a hostile Federation bomber. This is going to be fun. Now we're definitely going to need their rocket up. We're going to want to take out their weapons. They only have 1 point of shield, so we should be able to get through, disable their weapons, and then focus on other systems that they have on board their ship. Alright. Alright, so yeah, we were able to do quite a bit of damage there. Let's focus on their shields. That was not too good. Alright, so basically all of our crew have skills, so the more that they train on a certain system, the better they get. That's important because trained crew, they get better over time, so you don't want to lose any trained crew later on. So you can see here, Major Max has been manning the shields for quite some time, so he's getting pretty darn good at it. Same with Puppy Dog is with weapons. So one more burst should be able to finish these guys off. And then myself, I'm a good navigator, and I've done a little bit of repair here and there. So is Major Max. So our main repair guys are basically me and Major Max right now. 2 fuel, a drone, and some scrap. That's not that bad. Okay, gotta have that fuel, yo. Alright, so let's go check out this distress beacon. It appears the distress beacon is coming from the surface. Let's go down and investigate. We find a man living alone in a cave. From the appearance of his wrecked ship, it seems he's been here for many years. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable. We can bring him back, or we can leave the man to his ravings. Okay. I'm gonna leave him. Mainly because I don't like... We're on a mission here. We really don't have time to babysit. And he's mad anyways. He's not gonna know that we just left him. Right? Oh, there's asteroid field there. I don't really want to go to asteroid field, so we'll hop on over to the exit. And we're running low on fuel, so we're going to go ahead and continue through. We can sell drone parts for scrap. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Alright. With that, we can go ahead and improve the level of our shields by 1. You can see over here it says 1 more upgrade and we'll have 2 shield bars. So basically, it takes 2 upgrades to your shield in order to get it up. 1 more pip up here in the shields. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump. Actually, I think we can visit this sector real quick. Just see what's over there. Probably nothing, huh? Oh, we can prove our damage. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. So we got our ship repaired a little bit, and yeah, that's right, we're running low on fuel. So let's go ahead and jump to the next sector. And basically both these sectors that we can choose from are civilian sectors. So Zoltan controlled sector or Zoltan controlled sector. I'm going to go with the Zoltan controlled sector. Yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot. Alright. We're far from Federation home space here in Zoltan territory, and it's not clear whether the authorities will have any goodwill remaining. Still, we have to push forward. Yes, we do, indeed. So there's a store over here, but we have no scrap. But there is a ship over here. Okay, we're going to go to the ship, hopefully destroy it, and then maybe profit from it and go, go to the store, buy some fuel. Alright, so here, it's another scout ship. We're going to have to focus its weapons with Artemis missile, and then hopefully take down its shields a notch. So that's what we're going to do. You can see our sensor systems are disabled here because we're in a nebula. Oh, that was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'm gonna get... What was that? Oh man, we got a fire on board the ship. Oh no. Okay. So I'm gonna be putting this fire out, hopefully. I'm not very good at it, apparently. There we go. Continue firing on their shields. Get 2 guys in here to repair this guy. Alright, so we'll power down the Artemis missile. Don't think we need any more guys repairing that. Hopefully there's no more fire here. Get Major Max repairing our sensors. Get me all healed up. 2 fuel. Excellent. That's not bad. Good, I'm happy with that. Alright. Let's get our sensors back up. See Major Max here. Working diligently. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump to the store. Mantis crew. Mantis traders. Reverse ion field. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy some fuel. Buy as much as we can, because we are traveling far. And then we'll fix up our ships as much as we can as well. Okay, so we got a new stock of fuel. And there's a distress beacon we can start heading towards. Let's go ahead and do that. Head towards the distress beacon. We've been here before, so there's no encounter. I really like this long-range scanner, because otherwise it's just basically choosing whatever you can. Small civilian ship flies over as soon as you arrive. You're prepared to fight, but they just inform you that they're out of FTL fuel and can't jump. We can give them fuel. Oh. Okay, let's give them fuel. Thank the gods, we can finally get out of here. We're jumping straight home, so take this extra weapon. We won't need it, hopefully. Ion Blast Mark II. Excellent. Ion Blast Mark II. What does that do for us here? Ion weapons can disable systems without causing hull damage. Excellent. Alright, I like that. Requires a fair bit of weapon system power, though. What is the recharge time on that? 4 seconds to recharge. And the burst laser Mark II requires 12. Wow. So 4 seconds to fire this bad boy. We might be able to get it up and running. We're gonna have to increase our weapon systems, our weapon control. So maybe we'll start working on that. Maybe get that up to 5, and we got the burst laser and ion blast. Maybe after shields. Alright, cool. Alright, head to the next distress beacon. There's another one. And we're low on fuel again. Great, yeah, because I just sold all of it. Okay, another small research station. Okay, this time we're going to send our crew. Our crew valiantly keeps the fire at bay long enough to allow some of the scientists to escape. It appears to be a losing battle. Before long, you were to retreat. A few scientists, they were able to survive, or save, are distraught but grateful. We drop them off at the next station, and we get 34 scrap. Excellent. Now that's what I'm talking about. We needed that. Yeah. So let's get our shields up. And now, boom, there we go. Now we have 2 shields, and we'll start working on weapon systems and generator power, reactor power. Alright. And there's another ship over here. Let's go ahead and oh, that's right, we're so low on fuel. I keep doing that. That's bad. Alright, so it's probably the same guys we just gave fuel to, right? Let's go ahead and attack these guys. We're going to focus on their shields first. Hopefully get a volley off on their shields. And then maybe quickly transfer to the Ion Blast too, and maybe get a pop off at their weapons. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, they just hit us with an Ion Blast. We're going to focus on their shields and their weapons. Ah, these take so long to charge. Oh shit. Yep. Yep. I see it. Let's go repair that. Come on. Gotta have oxygen to breathe. There we go. I'm gonna pull off over here and help repair the shields. You've made your point. We are beaten. Take these and leave us alone. Missiles and scrap. I'm gonna say no. Because we just fucked you up. Alright, 24 scrap, some fuel and drone parts. That's much better. Alright. Excellent. Okay, get Major Max back on the shields here. Actually have him start repairing the sensor systems with me. And then we'll continue on. Excellent. Alright. Now, we got the shields up. We're going to need more power to power this Ion Blaster too. We're going to need at least 2 more power, I'm thinking. Because right now I can power that, and I can get 2 points into that. But I'm going to need to increase our weapons by another 2. So, it's going to be a while. Alright, and then we can disable their shields and fire weapons at them and just overall jack them up. That'll be a lot more fun. Okay, so head to the next system here. Hopefully get some more fuel. And we're fighting an energy fighter, and this one has hardened shields. That's what that bar is. So basically, any damage we do is going to have to take away from that bar first. Alright, so Zoltan, they want to fight, huh? Yeah. Alright. Fight. So be it. Actually, let's go ahead and we'll use our Ion Blaster here, because it fires fast. And then we'll just have them continually fire at their ship. It fires pretty fast, so. Oh shit. Okay, so they only have, okay. Get our burst laser up and focus our missiles on their shields, hopefully. Yeah, we'll just focus all on their shields right now. Shit, they took our weapons down. Come on, repair our weapons. Our weapons are completely gone. That's bad. Okay, now we need to focus on staying alive. We're in survival mode now. And Puppy Dog's pretty fucked up right now. Alright, so our last missile will fire at their weapons. And hopefully we can get this up. Come on. Fire at their weapons. Major Max back on shields. Jones back on engines. Oh man, these guys are really jacking us up. Hey, it is a roguelike. Feels like a roguelike. Ah, we gotta focus on their shields again. And we do have fire on board the ship, I can hear it. So I'm gonna drain these sectors here. Hopefully contain the spread of this fire. Must contain spread of fire. Yeah, we have fire in the shields room right now. Alright, one more burst should be able to finish these guys off. We're going to focus on the shields yet again. There we go. Wow. That was tough. Got a couple fuel, some scrap. We are really tore up right now though. We need to consolidate here. Get myself and Jones repairing the medical bay. So we can get everybody healed up here. We should divert some more power to there. I think we'll go repair the sensor systems. Yeah, there we go. Get Puppy Dog back on the weapons, Major Max back on the shields, myself back there, and Jones back on the engines. Alright, let's rock and roll, people. And we're going to head to the exit. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. Power down medical. Save that energy for elsewhere. And let's jump to the next sector. NG controlled sector. Let's do it. Hopefully they'll trade with us, get some more fuel. Alright, let's see what we got here. Possible ship. Unvisited location this way. We only get 4 more jumps, guys. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful material while we wait for the FTL recharge. But you see here, option number 3 is all blue. We can use the scrap recovery arm to attempt to mine the asteroid. So let's go ahead and do that. 47 scrap. Awesome. That is what I'm talking about, people. That is truly awesome. Alright. I feel good now. And I think it's time to increase our power there. Alright. I feel good. Hey, a store. Excellent. Probably should have checked to see if there was a store around before I went and upgraded. But let's go ahead and buy fuel. 7 fuel and repair our ship twice. Basically all we can do right now. Not bad. But hopefully we get 1 more power for our weapons. And then we'll have the ion blast, because we're out of missiles right now, so gotta do what we gotta do. This could be dangerous. I don't want to run into a ship here. Same scenario here. Let's go ahead and try to help them. Oh, it took quite a bit of damage, but look at all that scrap and fuel we just got. Awesome, that's exactly what we needed. Exactly. Alright, upgrade our weapons. There we go. Blaster and Ion Blast 2 is up. That is awesome. That's going to be fun. So hopefully this will be able to pull us through any new engagement coming up. Hopefully. We'll see. So I want to get out of the system and try and stay alive. But we have intruders on board. A young mantis in a charred uniform is teleported onto the deck. He begs for sanctuary from the NG and offers to serve in exchange for our protection. The NG have already traced the teleport signal and are offering a deal in exchange for the prisoner. We can side with the fugitive and fight the NG ship, or we can agree to offer up the mantis in exchange for a bounty. Now I'll tell you, I like mantis. They're really good in hand-to-hand combat, but we really need the scrap because we got to repair our ship. So I'm gonna offer them up. It was a trap. Oh, how about that? It was a trap the whole time. Okay, let's fight this guy then. We'll keep him there, and we're going to be focusing on, let's see, we'll focus on their shields for now, and burst fire, and hopefully we'll pull through this. And we'll get into hand-to-hand combat over here, hopefully. Hopefully they can hit them, God, this is gonna be messy. They might just kill us. Oh, there we go. That was good. No, don't do that. Alright, Major Max back on the shields. Jones back there. Okay. Now we're talking here. Fire burst. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, people. Yes. And then we'll focus on their weapons. Holy shit, that hurt. Did you see that? That was horrible. Those shields are down right now. That's really bad. But so are their weapons, hopefully. We can keep that pressure on them. And they won't be getting any more shots off on us if we're lucky. There we go. There we go, there we go. Keep it up, guys. We might just get through this after all. Can't believe that. It was a trap the whole time. It was a trap. Ugh. Dirty, rotten. Ingies and Mantises working together hand in hand. God. There we go. So, we were able to defeat them. Got some missiles, some drone parts, and some scrap. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. And now we'll get the metabay back up and running. We'll get Puppy Dog and Jones over here fixing our doors. We'll divert some power from the engines to medical bay. Like so. Nice. Alright. Everyone back to their stations. Actually, am I hurt? That's Jones. Jones is hurt. Let's get me back over there. Major Max back on the shields. Jones back on the engines. Alright. He's turned into a semi-competent engine and repair guy. And look at that. Puppy Dog. Excellent with weapons. That's awesome. Look at this. 14% faster recharge rate. Nice. And Major Max, he's getting there with the shields. 10% faster. Excellent at repairs. Pretty good in combat, too. Alright. So we're all doing pretty good. Getting some extra evasion here and there. Excellent. Alright. So. Yeah, what were we doing next? I think some more power would be good, so we can power up. Yeah, some more power. We can keep the life support systems up 24/7. And let's head on to the exits. We're going to see if we can get all the way to the boss. All the way. Fuel for drones? Nope. But we'll sell drones. We're in the business for that. Okay. So let's get out of here. I'm not going to stick around. Let's see how far we can get. Missiles for drones? No. Alright, let's get out of here. Now, we got 2 hostile sectors to choose from. Pirates or the rocks. And I think I'm going to go with pirates. Because the rock people have some nasty damage-resistant ships, and I don't think we could survive that yet. Alright, so let's continue on. We'll head down this way. I think we're going to get into ship-to-ship combat. This might be nasty. Yep. Yep, that's pretty bad. Okay, so we'll try to focus their weapons. I don't know if this is going to work. They have a teleport system. Yep, we got 2 guys on board the ship. It's going to fight us. So, let's quickly dispatch these guys. Because if they take out our weapon systems, we are sitting ducks. Oh, that was a big-ass rocket. That's crazy. Okay, so Puppy, go get some health. Major Max, go get some health. Jones, man the weapons for now. It's more important. Okay. Get everybody a little bit healed up in case we get hit by another one of those giant rockets. Alright, so Puppy, you are on weapons, Jones, get back to engine, and Major Max, get back to shields. Now, this isn't working. We're going to have to bring up Artemis. Have these focus on their shields. We get one shot off of the Artemis missile. If it hits, good. We'll take down their shields that much more. But if not, we might be in some trouble. We'll see. Oh, it missed. Can you believe that? Gosh, just our luck. And that rocket did hurt. It hurt very much. We'll vent all the oxygen out of that section. We're in critical damage right now. Whoa, here comes another missile. Dodge it. Oh, our shields got hit. Oh no. Oh no. Major Max. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there, buddy. No! No! Oh! Oh, man. Well, that's how it goes, guys. I'm Ryehouse. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned next time when we get a brand new ship to go on this suicidal mission. And maybe some new subs, too. Subs as crew. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay. Adios.